Philosopher, I'm writing to you in response to your letter, which you are going to write in response to the letter I wrote you. A violinist bought a magnet and was carrying it home. On his way home, some ruffians attacked the violinist and knocked his hat off. The wind picked up the hat and dragged it down the street. The violinist put his magnet down and ran after the hat. The hat fell into a puddle of nitric acid and decomposed there. Meanwhile, the ruffians grabbed the magnet and fled. The violinist returned home with no coat and no hat, because the hat had decomposed in the nitric acid, and the violinist, upset over the loss of his hat, forgot his coat on the tram. The conductor of that tram took the coat to a flea market and swapped it for some sour cream, groats, and tomatoes. The conductor's father-in-law ate too many tomatoes and died. The corpse of the conductor's father-in-law was put in a mortuary, but they mixed it up with some old lady and buried her instead. Over the old lady's grave, they put a white post that said, Anton Sergeyevich Kondratyev. After 11 years, worms gnawed through the post and it fell over. Then the cemetery watchman split it into 4 parts and burned them in his stove. Then the cemetery watchman's wife made some cauliflower soup over that fire. But when the soup was ready, a wall clock fell right into the pot. The clock was extracted, but there had been bugs in it, which now ended up in the soup. The soup was given away to a beggar called Timofey. Beggar Timofey ate the bug soup and told beggar Nikolai about the cemetery watchman's kindness. The next day, beggar Nikolai came to the watchman and asked him for alms, but the watchman gave him nothing and shooed him off. Beggar Nikolai got very angry and set the watchman's house on fire. The fire spread from the house to the church, and the church burned down. A lengthy investigation followed, but it failed to determine the cause of the fire. A club was built on the spot where the church had been, and on the opening day of the club, they gave a concert at which the violinist, who had lost his coat 14 years earlier, was performing. Among the listeners sat the son of one of those ruffians who had knocked off this violinist's hat 14 years earlier. After the concert, they went home on the same tram. But the driver of the tram behind them was the same conductor who had sold the violinist's coat at a flea market. And here they are, riding through the city late at night. In front, the violinist and the son of the ruffian, and behind them, the tram driver, the former conductor. They ride on, not knowing the connection between them, and will never know until their death.